For centuries, humanity has gazed at the stars in awe, imagining what mysteries lurk within the infinite void. Black holes, the ultimate cosmic destroyers, have long been considered the most mysterious entities in the universe. But what if we were wrong about their purpose? What if, instead of mere cosmic vacuums, they were something else entirely? It all started when astronomers at the Event Horizon Observatory detected an anomaly within a supermassive black hole at the heart of a distant galaxy. At first, they believed it to be a routine cosmic event, a dying star being devoured. But as they observed closer, they saw the impossible. The black hole was not just pulling in matter, it was ejecting something out. What came next shocked the entire scientific community. A structured, repeating radio signal began pulsing from the black hole, traveling across space at incomprehensible speeds. When decoded, the signal revealed something terrifying. It was a message, directed specifically at Earth. The implications were staggering. Either something inside the black hole was alive, or someone had put it there for a reason. As scientists raced to uncover the meaning behind this cosmic message, they discovered something even more disturbing. The very fabric of space-time around Earth had begun to warp, as if reality itself was responding to the black hole's actions. Was this a warning, an invitation, or something much worse? Time was running out. The black hole had chosen Earth for a reason. And whatever came next would change the fate of humanity forever. Astronomers had been monitoring black holes for decades, capturing their strange behavior through radio waves and gravitational distortions. But nothing could have prepared them for what they observed on a quiet night at the Event Horizon Observatory. A supermassive black hole, located in the heart of the NGC 4889 galaxy, had been behaving strangely for months. Initially, it followed the usual patterns, pulling in matter, bending light, and growing denser with each passing second. Then, something happened that defied all scientific understanding. The black hole ejected something massive back into space. Black holes were known for their ability to consume everything in their path. Their gravitational pull was so strong that not even light could escape. Once something crossed the event horizon, it was considered gone, forever lost to the void. Yet, this black hole was doing the opposite. It was spitting something out, as if rejecting what it had consumed. At first, astronomers thought it might be a highly energetic plasma jet, an occasional phenomenon observed in some black holes. But upon closer inspection, it became clear that this was something much more unusual. The object emerging from the black hole appeared to be intact, structured, and moving at speeds that shouldn't have been possible. It wasn't just a burst of energy, it had form and shape, almost as if it were an artificial construct. The scientific world was thrown into chaos. How could a black hole, a force of destruction, possibly return something back into existence? Was this a natural anomaly, or was there a force beyond human understanding at play? To make matters even stranger, the black hole's mass had not decreased after ejecting the object. If anything, its gravitational influence had slightly increased, as though it had absorbed something more significant, something that wasn't just physical matter. This suggested the possibility that black holes were more than just cosmic vacuums. Maybe they were not the endpoints of existence that scientists had always assumed. Maybe, instead, they were gateways to something beyond reality itself. As the news spread across the global scientific community, theories emerged, some grounded in physics, others bordering on science fiction. Could it be that black holes were connected to another universe? Had this black hole been storing information rather than destroying it? Or worse, could it be that something alive had just been expelled from the abyss, returning to a universe that had long forgotten it? As astronomers scrambled to analyze the bizarre event, they focused their attention on the object that had emerged from the black hole. Initially, they assumed it was just a fragment of matter somehow ejected by an extreme cosmic anomaly. However, as the data poured in, the truth became far more unsettling. The object was not random debris, it was structured, symmetrical, and, most disturbingly, emitting a pattern of signals. Scientists at the Deep Space Observation Network intercepted strange pulses coming from the object, a rhythmic sequence that seemed too deliberate to be natural. At first, they assumed it might be some kind of gamma-ray burst or radiation echo, but further analysis proved otherwise. The signals followed a structured mathematical pattern, something reminiscent of prime numbers and Fibonacci sequences, patterns often associated with intelligent communication. Panic gripped the scientific community. The object was moving at an unimaginable speed, yet it wasn't losing cohesion or burning up. It was seemingly self-stabilizing, defying the known laws of physics. The object's trajectory also seemed intentional rather than drifting aimlessly. It was moving in a direct path toward a specific point in space. The target Earth. Governments, space agencies, and private observatories worldwide went into high alert. Satellites were repositioned to track the incoming object, and plans for possible interception were drawn up. If this was indeed an artificially constructed entity, then its origins raised a terrifying question: was it created by an unknown alien civilization, or was it something even more mysterious? Could it have been trapped inside the black hole for millennia, only now returning to the universe for a purpose beyond human comprehension? As the object neared our solar system, its signals changed. The rhythmic pulses became more complex, mimicking human radio frequencies. The object seemed to be scanning, searching almost as if it were listening for something familiar. Then, in a moment that sent shockwaves through the scientific world, it finally responded. The message was short, haunting, and clear. "We have returned." The implications were staggering. Was this a message from an ancient civilization long thought lost, now emerging from a place beyond space and time? Had this entity been trapped in the black hole for eons, only to finally escape? Or worse, was it something humanity was never meant to encounter, something that had waited in the void until the perfect moment to re-enter reality? The realization that something had emerged from the black hole sent shockwaves through the scientific community, but what truly unsettled everyone was the effect it had on reality itself. As astronomers tracked the object's trajectory, bizarre phenomena began to occur not just in space, but on Earth as well. At first, the anomalies seemed minor: fluctuations in deep space radio signals, strange distortions in telescope readings, and inexplicable gravitational shifts. However, as the object moved closer to the solar system, the disturbances grew more extreme. Time-lapse footage from space telescopes showed stars flickering in and out of existence, their positions subtly shifting as if reality itself was being rewritten. Entire sections of the sky became unrecognizable, as if the universe was glitching. Back on Earth, reports of bizarre occurrences flooded in from every continent. Time seemed to behave unpredictably. Some people claimed to have lost minutes or even hours with no memory of what had happened. Others reported seeing flashes of unfamiliar landscapes, as if for a moment, they had glimpsed an entirely different reality. Scientists working with high-precision atomic clocks noticed a terrifying trend: time was no longer moving at a constant rate. Governments classified the growing crisis under the highest level of secrecy. Theories emerged that the object wasn't just moving through space, but dragging the fabric of reality with it. Some physicists proposed that whatever had come out of the black hole had fundamentally altered the universe, introducing a ripple effect that was distorting the very laws of physics. The black hole, once thought to be an inescapable prison, might have been containing something far worse: a force capable of rewriting existence itself. The anomalies grew more personal. Entire cities experienced sudden blackouts where time seemed to stop. People vanished, only to reappear hours later with no recollection of where they had been. Surveillance footage from affected areas revealed terrifying gaps, moments where everything simply ceased to exist, then resumed as if nothing had happened. The object had not yet reached Earth, but already, reality was breaking down. The implications were horrifying. What if this was only the beginning? What if, by escaping the black hole, this entity had brought something with it, something that could unravel the very nature of existence? Scientists scrambled to find answers, but deep down, one terrifying possibility remained. What if reality itself was never stable to begin with? As the mysterious object moved closer to Earth, the distortions in reality became undeniable. Scientists working in classified observatories noticed that the laws of physics were beginning to shift. Gravity fluctuated unpredictably, light bent in impossible ways, and atomic structures behaved as if they were being rewritten by an unseen force. The deeper physicists analyzed the phenomenon, the more disturbing the discoveries became. Something was fundamentally altering the nature of existence, and no one knew how to stop it. At research facilities around the world, experiments designed to measure time, space, and matter began returning contradictory results. Particles would appear in two places at once. Objects would seem to phase in and out of reality, existing one moment and gone the next. Reports surfaced of strange visions, scientists seeing alternate versions of themselves, hearing whispers of voices speaking in languages no human had ever spoken, and even catching glimpses of landscapes that didn't exist on Earth. It was as if the boundaries between worlds were crumbling. The most chilling discovery came when astrophysicists realized that the object wasn't just distorting reality, it was rewriting it. The data suggested that the universe itself had been subtly altered since the moment the object emerged from the black hole. Every law that once governed existence was being rewritten at a fundamental level, and humanity was trapped in a reality that was no longer stable. As the distortions escalated, panic spread across the globe. Cities experienced localized reality collapses, where entire sections of urban environments blinked out of existence, only to return moments later, sometimes with differences. A building that had once stood for decades would return with architectural features that had never existed. People would go missing, and when they returned, they would speak of memories that never happened, describing histories that contradicted known facts. Families reported loved ones acting strangely, as if they had been replaced by something that only looked human. Governments scrambled to contain the chaos, issuing sweeping restrictions on all public communication. The internet became heavily monitored, with entire discussions about the phenomenon disappearing within minutes. But the truth could not be suppressed. Reality was fracturing, and humanity had no idea how to fix it. Some scientists proposed that the black hole had acted as a barrier, keeping whatever this force was trapped. Now that it had escaped, it was free to reshape existence as it pleased. The real question was whether humanity could survive in a universe that no longer followed its own rules, or if existence itself was about to be erased altogether. As the distortions in reality intensified, the final revelation shattered humanity's understanding of existence. Scientists who had been studying the anomaly from the beginning started noticing a pattern, one that suggested intelligence behind the chaos. The black hole had not simply released some cosmic phenomenon, it had unleashed something sentient, something that was observing, learning, and adapting. The anomalies were not random, they were deliberate tests, experiments being run on reality itself, and humanity was the subject. Across the globe, strange messages began appearing in ways that defied all logic. Words formed in the sky, not in the form of clouds but as structured symbols that shifted in real time. Computer screens displayed texts written in languages that didn't exist, yet somehow people could understand them. Some heard whispers in their own thoughts, voices that spoke of things no human could possibly know, memories of civilizations that had never existed, descriptions of planets that had never been discovered, warnings about what was coming next. The most disturbing revelation came when scientists examined the changes to space-time. It wasn't just that reality was collapsing, it was being rewritten in real time. Some people had reported entire days repeating, yet history books, news records, and digital data reflected completely different pasts. It was as if multiple versions of reality were competing to become the dominant one, and whichever force was controlling the anomaly was experimenting with which version would win. Then, a chilling discovery: the energy signatures of the anomaly did not originate from the black hole itself. Instead, they came